President, Ben Cooper, and on behalf of the company and our employees, I want to welcome everyone to Clearview. We're very excited about this grant. We think it's going to be a real game changer for us and allow us to keep growing. So I'll turn the program over to Christine Nolan from Mass Tech to lead us through it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. I'm Christine Nolan. I'm the director of the Center for Advanced Manufacturing at the Mass Tech Collaborative. Make sure you get that, because we test afterwards. First, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This program has been, in the works since about May of last year, and to be here and celebrating this announcement and the success that's to come from this grant is just terrific. I wanted to just talk briefly about our focus in the center. We have 3 areas to help meet our mission, which is to scale manufacturing from innovation through production. And we do that really through 3 things. Innovation with programs such as our M2I2 program and our R&D fund that are helping our early stage manufacturers in R&D efforts and scaling. Workforce development. Who here can say that they're not struggling right now to find the talent they need to scale? And we're here to help. We're doing a lot of work with our Voc Tech schools, innovation pathway schools at our traditional high schools, and of course at our community colleges, scaling those programs and working to make sure they meet the needs of industry. And then third, creating an environment to help our manufacturers succeed. We're at a time right now, it's really important that we focus on our supply chain, the resurgence to bring back manufacturing. And a program like this, our new MMAP program, is a step forward in that direction, and we're really excited about it. Now, I've had the pleasure of working with the Secretary for just over a year now to help scale. And I've learned that he's a true advocate of the industry. And it's evidenced by his commitment to the M2I2 program, workforce training, and of course, the MMAP program. It is with his backing and commitment that we are all here today. Welcome, Secretary Keneally.
Not
right away.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Christine, thanks for that introduction. It is great to be back in Fall River, as always. Great to see the mayor, the representative, and all of you. Ben, where's Ben? Thank you for hosting us here today. Always great to be at one of our great manufacturers here in the Commonwealth. I was given a mask you guys made during the pandemic, and so happy to see that Clearview, as with many other manufacturers in our state, rallied to the cause and started producing products like this at the height of our supply chain woes during the earliest stages of the pandemic. It is always great to be at a manufacturer. I always say, in Massachusetts, we're known for a lot of things in our economy. We're known for software and life sciences and finance and healthcare and education. But we make things here in Massachusetts. We always have. Manufacturing is core to our legacy as a state. It's core to our future of our economy. And so always great to be here and celebrate and support our manufacturers. And we know in our administration how important manufacturing is. It's why, for example, in the early days of the Baker administration, we set up something called the Massachusetts Manufacturing Innovation Initiative. Did I get that right? Yeah. It's a mouthful, right? That's why I say M2I2, all right? Which is $100 million of state R&D funds to advance our competitive position in exciting areas like flexible hybrid electronics, advanced fabrics, integrated photonics, and robotics. A really important investment by the state. It's why we have something called the Advanced Manufacturing Collaborative, which I co-chair with Mike Tomasi, who's going to come up here in a few minutes. This incredible collaboration of business and academia and government coming together to solve important problems and advance important opportunities to help our manufacturers. It's why we have the Center for Advanced Manufacturing under Christine's leadership and Farhad's leadership to really help our manufacturers grow, help advance our ecosystem. It's why we have incredible workforce training programs. And we have such a dedicated effort now to make sure that we are providing our manufacturers with the workforce they need for today and tomorrow. Make sure we're graduating students and adults that are ready to go work in our terrific manufacturers. And it's why we set up this program called MMAP. Okay, we recognized as we were developing our economic development plan a couple years ago that we had a lot of great programs, but there were some gaps. That we needed something new that would help our manufacturers to adopt new technologies and foster new partnerships. And that's what MMAP is. So I'm pleased to, I think I'm going to read the award winners, right?
Yeah, and then I'll give a little more detail on
glad you got the detail. Okay. All right, good. All right, okay. But I'll tell you, you look at this list of companies, it really, I always like these events because you look at a list of who's getting awards, and they're from all over the state. And in this case, they represent an incredible diversity of product areas. And again, it speaks to how rich and how diverse this ecosystem is. So please hold applause to the end. But our grantees in this round are Clearview of Fall River, AccuRounds of Avon, ATEC Turbine of Auburn, Associated Environmental Systems of Acton, Boulevard Machine of Westfield, Guard Air Corp of Chicopee, High Tech Mold and Tool in Pittsfield, International Fabric Machine of Boston, Jet Cool in Littleton, Kilb, hope I got that right, Kilb, all right, Kilb, Welding Enterprises in Springfield, Mars Machine in Fall River, Northeastern Machine, and Olson Marine in East Dennis. So let's hear for those folks. You know, collectively, these companies are employing our citizens, delivering incredible products to their customers, and doing a lot to strengthen a really, really vitally important sector in our economy. Now, with that, I think I'm turning it over to my co-chair, Mike Tomasi. Let me say a word about Mike. Mike is CEO of AccuRounds, and Mike and I co-chair the Advanced Manufacturing Collaborative. And one of the great joys in this job is engaging with business leaders that not only run great companies, but also are engaged in policy and helping us move forward really important initiatives. Mike has been a terrific partner in so many things to strengthen our manufacturing ecosystem. And so with that, Mike Tomasi.
Thank you very much, Secretary Keneally. Welcome, everyone. First, let me thank Secretary Keneally and echo Christine's comments. Him, the Baker administration, have been tremendous for our industry the last several years, and MMAP is only the most recent example of their investment to help grow manufacturing in Massachusetts. I don't think there's a better time for our industry than today. I think we're in the midst of a manufacturing renaissance. When you look at what happened with the emergency response team, as the Secretary mentioned, it proved to everybody locally and nationally what we can do within our state, not only to innovate, but to produce. And we helped our medical community in more ways than one and proved to ourselves that co-location is extremely important, especially because of the pandemic. We've seen work come back to our country and to our state. You know, with the emerging trends in technology, from automation to robotics to 3D printing to machine monitoring to big data to artificial intelligence to augmented reality to virtual reality, now is such an exciting time to be a manufacturer. And it's so important to have a program like MMAP for SMEs to accelerate investments in this technology for future growth. Not only growth of revenue, but growth of employment. Because this new technology is what's going to attract our future workers and employers and supervisors and managers and owners of companies. I know in our case, we're taking advantage of our award and our grant to purchase robotic technology and equipment to produce parts for the robotics industry, robots making robots. But it's also going to allow us to hire individuals to maintain those machines, run them semi-unattended, and leverage labor. It's vital for SMEs to meet the increasing demands of OEMs. The demands are greater more than ever, and with supply chain issues, co-location is more important than ever. So I'd like to thank Ben for hosting us today and his team. Thank Christine Farhard and their team for their commitment through CAM. CAM was just established, what, a year and a half ago? Just over a year ago, right? Or 2 years ago. I'm losing track of time with the pandemic. But that shows the state's commitment to our industry. And lastly, congratulations to all the winners. It's because of you our manufacturing ecosystem is going to be stronger and more successful in the years to come. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now I'm here to tell you a little more about each one of our winners, which is really exciting. And you know, one thing I'd want to mention that we didn't talk too much about yet is the idea that this program isn't just about capital and funds to help you buy new equipment. You know, it's also about creating these partnerships and creating this ecosystem in Massachusetts where we can come together to help each other succeed. So along with each of the grants, I'm going to also recognize their partner. I think that all of us here should stay connected and work together to advance the community at large. So my first award is to Boulevard Machine in Westfield. It's a $95,000 grant. Boulevard is a woman-owned and certified precision machining facility that offers production complex precision for Tier 1 aerospace, defense, space, and other technical markets. Boulevard will purchase a Haas to meet new demand for the space sector. They've partnered with Mass Hire, an important state organization, to help them with future hiring needs. Congrats to Susan Casa and David Cruz from the Mass Hire Hampden County. Susan, we're going to have everybody come up at the end for some pictures, but Susan can wave there. Our second grant is to Guadair Corporation in Chicopee for $145,000. They were unable to join us today, but they're a leading manufacturer of pneumatic tools and accessories used for industrial cleaning. They've come up with a new technology to help in the industrial vacuum market. They've partnered with Mass MEP, who you're going to hear a number of times in this process, to help them with their scaling needs. Thanks, congrats to Guadair. Next, High Tech Mold and Tool from Pittsfield, a $75,000 grant, and the winner of the person that's traveled the furthest. High Tech Mold and Tool in Pittsfield will purchase another Haas CNC 4-axis milling machine to support new growth from contracts from Pratt & Whitney and L3 Harris. Each program requires this new added capacity and supports new hiring. They've partnered with Mass MEP. Congrats to Vince Lanning and Mass MEP. International Fabric Machine out of Boston for $250,000. They're currently scaling 2 advanced fiber technologies for remote health monitoring. I've now lost my way here, excuse me. International Fabric Machine's new equipment will be used to set up an initial manufacturing facility at Mass Robotics, located in the Seaport. This will support their market introduction of its first product. Congrats to Yul Fink and to Tom Ryden from Mass Robotics. JetCool in Littleton, Mass. for $197,000. They design and manufacture cooling solutions for advanced semiconductors in defense, computing, and data centers. This new equipment will allow them to precision cut materials that will be used in final product assemblies. JetCool, who partnered with Mass MEP, is from Littleton, Mass. Congrats to JetCool. And Clearview, we're thrilled to be here today. An $87,000 grant to purchase a fully automated sewing line, which will have an opportunity to tour their facilities later. The benefits of having this new equipment include new skilled positions, access to new markets, quality improvements, and safety. They too have partnered with Mass MEP. These new connections to Mass MEP for so many of these grants is really helping to create that ecosystem that I talked about to help our manufacturers thrive. Congrats again to Ben and to Mass MEP. Marzilli Machine, also here in Fall River, is receiving $250,000 to expand their fifth access capabilities and meet new demands in the defense, aerospace, and med device industry. Marzilli is HubZone certified and hires a very diverse workforce. Quoting from their application, "Our main hiring criteria is attitude. Bring a great one and we'll give you a shot." Congrats to Jamie and their partner, Mass MEP. Here we go. Northeastern Machine, $147,000. It's a 57-year-old advanced manufacturer utilizing these funds to replace aging equipment, increase throughput, and support customers across diverse industries. Northeastern has partnered with Mass Hire Greater Brockton, helping them tap into a diverse population and meet their hiring needs. Congrats to Paula Martell, John Holbrook, and Paul Diamond from Northeastern, and Jason Hunter for the Mass Hire Greater Brockton Workforce Board. And last, Olson Marine in East Dennis, a $65,000 grant. Olson is a small woman-owned custom boat building and repair company that operates the Duck Boat Company. With these new funds, they'll purchase an automated fiberglass fabric cutter to help them streamline production while also improving their workforce and production capabilities and help to attract new employees. Congrats to Liz and Tom Olson, and again, their partner, Mass MEP. You know, I think it's important to note the 13 announcements today, 13 awards. But we actually received, in the first year of a program, 51 applications, which is pretty impressive and also shows the need that our manufacturers have and how much they're working to, you know, move forward to meet emerging trends and the technologies and processes to succeed. We're going to be taking a few pictures, but before we do so, I think it's important to welcome and know our elected officials that understand the importance of making things here in Massachusetts. I'm sorry, Var? Oh. Oh, did I skip Keel? Oh, I apologize. Oh, wait a minute. I apologize. I missed the beginning of the alphabet, everyone. I think my pages fell out of order. I'm very sorry. Can I skip back? This is embarrassing. Advanced Welding of Springfield, $250,000. You know, I started this conversation, I don't know how I could have forgotten, right, Chris? We've been talking for quite some time now about what you're trying to accomplish out in Springfield. They're going to purchase new welding equipment to meet the needs of large defense manufacturers. These new capabilities will make it one of the most well-rounded fusion welding companies in the United States. They've partnered with the Western Mass Economic Development Council to help with their hiring and scaling needs in Western Mass. Congrats to Chris and Melinda Kielb and partner Rick Sullivan. Associated Environmental Systems of Acton, a $206,000 grant. They manufacture environmental test chambers. This allows them to purchase a servo hydraulic CNC press to increase throughput. Thanks to Mass MEP for their support on their project. AES was unable to join us today. AccuRounds of Avon, a $250,000 grant. They're going to utilize these funds to implement a robotic handling system to maximize throughput and cost while reducing or eliminating repetitive motions for workers. This will increase overall efficiency and allow the company to hire new workers. They've partnered with Mass Robotics also to help them with the automation implementation. Congrats to Mike Tomasi and Tom Ryden of Mass Robotics. ATEC Turbine of Auburn, $138,000 grant. It's a minority-owned, female-run small business focused on the overhaul and repair of aircraft parts. Their new equipment will provide them the ability to launch new products for the battery, aerospace, and defense industries. They're partnering with Mass MEP to help them with their overall efficiencies and training. Rita Kapoor was unable to join us today, but her brother, Jay Kapoor, is here. Congrats to Jay and Mass MEP. I've got everybody, right? Great. So I just wanted to thank our elected officials that understand the importance of making things here in Massachusetts. And they offer our communities manufacturing career opportunities that are stable, financially rewarding, and provide great opportunity for growth. We have with us today Caitlin Rowley from Senator Rodriguez's office. And then we're going to hear from Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan and our rep, Carol Fiola. Mayor?
Well, this is much more than I expected, to tell you the truth. Last time I was at Clearview, I think I was out front with Carol. We were loading boxes of masks into the back of a car to make a run around the city and give them to hospitals, schools, whatever we could. But that's the kind of company this is. They stepped up on their own and literally contacted us and said, we can help you, after Carol had a conversation. It was a lot of fun, and the masks are still being worn to this day. And of course, it's an honor to be here and celebrate this terrific program for manufacturers across the state of Massachusetts. The Manufacturing Accelerant Program, which has provided much needed investments to all of our manufacturers statewide. And I have to thank Senator Keneally and the whole Baker-Polito administration for what they've done with the manufacturing grants across the state. They've really stepped up. We were with them last night at the State of the State. It was a great speech and it was a good time. I want to thank the Commonwealth also for providing the funding for this Mass Tech Collaborative Program for the work they did developing it and getting it to go forward. And many of you know the history of Fall River. What's not recognized is at one time we were the biggest manufacturing community in the United States. I think that's still true. And now we have Clearview and Marzilli machines that are stepping up and going to use this money to develop more jobs, more products that we can send out, hopefully, across the world. I want to thank the entire MMAP team, the Executive Office of Housing and Economic Development, Mass Tech, and all of you today who came out to support this great Fall River company along with Marzilli Machine, and I appreciate you being here today. This is another very, very good day in the city of Fall River. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine. Mr. Secretary, great to see you back here in Fall River. As the mayor said, this is a great day for Fall River. Ben, to you, to Bob, to Sam, to your team here at Clearview, we congratulate you and Marzilli Manufacturing. Although if you know Fall River, Marzilli also has another connotation for your appetite. It's a sandwich shop, so I'll never forget that name ever. It's a very famous place as well. So it is not everywhere that the executive office, the legislature, and the agencies come together to collaborate to get real results. And I'm proud to be representing all of my colleagues in the House, and I'll say Senate, because the Senate is represented today, in all of your communities, because we work together every day to ensure that we get the funding that is requested, that you've asked for, and to work closely and side by side with the administration. Unlike other states and other parts of this country, we work well together. And this is a perfect example of getting things done quickly and where the need is. This is not your grandfather's manufacturing, although the end result and the end products most normally are. But how you get there today is very different. And so how we train our workforce, which you need desperately, and how we provide the resources to you, which I needed to pivot from the old equipment and the old tools that you use to the new ones, is essential for us to help you so that we can continue to grow this great Commonwealth. And so it's an honor to be here today with all of you. I will just tell you there's a lot of acronyms, you know, MEP, MCAM. Just go online and put Massachusetts.gov Economic Development, and there is now a one-stop shop for you all to access the myriad of great tools. So congratulations to all of you and to the future recipients who will be coming down the pike. Proud day for Fall River indeed. Thank you. Thank you.